3 years we have waited to enter AccorHotels Arena. Ever since ZeratoR announced after the ZrT Trackmania Cup 2019 that he will bring Trackmania back to Paris and into the biggest venue we have ever seen. 15,000 fans will enter the arena today to watch the playoffs of the ZrT Trackmania Cup. I will be here to do interviews with the players, to record some behind the scenes and to catch the reactions from fans, the players and everything around it. The cup has 16 players left. It's going to be played out in a duo format, so that means that there are 8 players left. The cup starts at 6 o'clock, the Semifinal 2, 7 o'clock, and then the grand final should start somewhere around 8 o'clock. The names left in the semifinals are mostly French players, and we have some Canadians who speak French, some Belgian and Swiss players who also speak French. So should you, as an international fan, care about what's happening here in Paris today? 100% you should. This is an historic event for Trackmania. We have never seen anything like what we are going to see today. Like I said, 15,000 fans will watch this live. 100,000 fans, if not even more, will watch it on Twitch. We're going to see a production that ZeratoR has never shown before, and we're going to set a new standard for a Trackmania event. We have the best players in the world attending, so that is all you need to know. We have a 5-time ZrT Cup champion in CarlJr. We have a defending duo champion in Bren and CarlJr. We have a 2-time ZrT Trackmania Cup champion in Gwen, who won it in 2020 and in 2021 when it was a trio format. Alongside that, we have many new names who has never been at a big venue before, who has never been in a semi-final of the ZrT Trackmania Cup before. Some of these players has not even played in front of a live audience before, and now they're gonna play in front of 15,000 people. If you go into the semi-finals, already in Semifinal 1, we're gonna face off the 2 big favorites in my eyes. CarlJr and Bren are gonna face Gwen and Affi. Those 2 duels are the 2 duels who is the favorites. Those have the most pressure on their shoulders. They face against Otak and Holdal, and ZrT and Chalik. I would say that Otak and Holdal and ZrT and Chalik, they don't have any pressure now. They can enjoy the time, if it's possible to do that in front of 15,000 people. They're already happy that they are here. ZrT and Chalik had some of the comeback of the century when making it into the semi-finals. If CarlJr and Bren doesn't make it into the final, that is a disappointment. If Gwen and Affi doesn't make it into the semi-finals or into the grand final, that should also be considered as a disappointment. If you go into Semifinal 2, it's a more open matchup. We're going to have Worker and Binks, Hugo and Tricky, Snow and Glass, and Aside and Yannick. None of these players have been at this stage before. None of these players has even won the ZrT Trackmania Cup before. So I would say that this is an open semi-final, but Worker and Binks, the 2 former Trackmania Grand League players, should be the favorites. But no matter who advances from this semi-final, the favorites are still CarlJr and Bren, and then Gwen and Affi as a runner-up. The stage is opening at 6 o'clock, like I said, and there is then gonna be some sort of X factor to it. Because there are some challenges that is gonna be played here on stage. We're gonna have some ZeratoR challenges that is spicing things up for the audience, that is sort of putting maybe the players out of their normal comfort zone. But I think what is gonna be the biggest factor and what is gonna be changing the most from the quarterfinal to the semifinal is the factor of a live audience. Just imagine, you have played Trackmania ever since you started in your bedroom. It's safe and sound, nobody is there to watch your reactions, while now 15,000 people watch you on the stage live, and on Twitch over 100,000 people will watch you. I think that's favor for CarlJr and Bren, even though most of the fans who enter the arena today are here to watch them, are here to sort of just watch CarlJr and Bren collect the title and go home to Canada and to France with another title in their bag. But they have shown time and time again that once the stage is there, they are the best they can be. Gwen, last time he was on a big stage like this was in 2019 in Strasbourg. That didn't end up like we wanted it to end for Gwen, knocked out in the semi-final. Now Gwen has played more big events online, but he has won them. Now there are, though, more pressure on his shoulders. He has a teammate in Affi that has been in the finals of the World Championship. He has been on the top placement in Trackmania Grand League. So I'm curious to see what they are gonna look like when they put on a stage like this. But no matter what's happening, no matter who wins it, I know that this event will be historic. I know that this event is something you should cover and watch. Because who knows what is next? ZeratoR has teased that this might be his final ZrT Trackmania Cup like we know it. Maybe he does something else in Trackmania, maybe not for pro players anymore. So if you want to see something the scene has never seen before, and potentially might not ever see again, then you should tune in today to watch the finals of the ZrT Trackmania Cup. It's starting at 6 o'clock, like I've said, on ZeratoR's Twitch channel. And I will be here updating you on YouTube with interviews, and after the event is over, some behind the scenes. But also, follow me on Twitter, where I will spam the Twitter account like I normally do. That's it for this preview show. Enjoy the show, enjoy this historic Trackmania day.